Tell us a little bit about, you just got done explaining that, but, what a wonderful, incredible gift this is and what it means for the university.
Well, we received the largest gift in the history of the university, a $4.3 million gift from the state of Dorothea Hardy for our School of Education, particularly aimed at elementary education, helping teachers be better prepared, helping students have a better classroom experience, focusing on students of color in urban areas of our state and students in rural school districts where we really need the extra resources and more teachers.
Give us a little bit of background of who Dorothea Haryu was, because you mentioned a little bit. She's somebody who had given before, but never anything like this.
She had given before, and then she decided, without discussing it with us, to leave us over $4 million for our elementary education program in the School of Education. She was a reading specialist, worked in the public schools in Port Edwards for 25 years. And an amazing woman, got her degree at UW-Stevens Point in 1943.
And then said this gift was a surprise. So what is the reaction when all of a sudden this comes across your desk that this is going to be coming in soon?
The reaction was, oh my, look at what we can do. Look what we can do for teachers, what we can do for rural education, what we can do for the citizens of Wisconsin. This is an amazing gift, amazing woman and her husband entrusted us with over $4 million to better the educational experience for our students at the university and in the K-12 system.
What does this mean for kind of the next generation of people that want to go into education and go back to where they're from and teach?
This helps us focus the spotlight where it should have always been, on our educational system and particularly on the teachers that deliver that education. Sometimes our society looks past that, but this is an opportunity for us to refocus that light on the areas that can really make a difference for this country and for this state.
And the Harthea Center will be housed within the College of Professional Studies building?
Within the College of Professional Studies and the School of Education.
And again, this is a kind of a specific gift. You're still unpacking like the stipulations and the details with it, right?
Yes, we're still working through the details. The faculty and the staff in the School of Education are working with that on an ongoing basis. But we already know kind of the general framework of how we're going to proceed.
All right. Well, tell us, how excited you are. We heard in the announcement, but just give us how you feel.
How do I feel? There aren't even words to explain how excited we are in the entire School of Education regarding this gift. And my students, when I collected their thinking and their thoughts after we had this discussion last night, they said, how can somebody they were so amazed that somebody would give their entire life savings to a School of Education program. And we are so lucky and we are so blessed, and we want to take this opportunity to support the hardworking teachers that are already out there, to support our rural communities, to engage communities, families, and really promote literacy, education, and equity for everyone.
I know you're still unpacking some of the details of this gift, but tell us right now, what are you planning to do with it, and where will this money go?
Well, first and foremost, we want to focus on literacy. Dorothea Harju was a reading specialist for the Port Edwards School District, and reading was her passion. And so we really want to think about how can we support the teachers that are in the classrooms now, how can we support children, how can we increase literacy proficiency for all children, particularly in our rural school districts.
During your speech up there, and Chancellor Patterson mentioned it too, that oftentimes in education you can see a lack of funding, and for someone to be so generous to give $4.3 million for education, does that give either yourself or your department kind of an extra boost or pep in your step to see that someone still cares so much about education?
You're asking a really great question, and since Act 10 hit our school districts and our school department, I want to start over.
That's fine.
You know, it's been a hard road since Act 10 hit, and many of our students that are currently enrolled in the School of Education, they're there because of a true passion, and they were told by their friends and by their parents and by others, please don't go into teaching, you're only going to incur this huge student loan debt, and if you go back to the rural districts, you're not going to make enough money to support yourself or to pay back your student loans. And so having this type of gift allows us to support students to reach those passions and to become the teachers that they want to be. And they really do want to go home to their rural districts. They do want to go home and teach in their hometowns. We just recently had a new teacher panel where 3 students that are brand new classroom teachers returned to campus to talk to our Aspiring Educators Club. And one of our returning new teachers, she shared that she had turned down 2 other jobs because she so desperately wanted to return to her hometown of Iola, Wisconsin. And she was willing to take less in pay because it meant so much to her to be back in her own hometown. And we want to support that passion.
So then what kind of scholarships are you going to be giving from this money? Because I know there's first-year scholarships, correct?
Yes. So first of all, we're going to start out with 20,100. Wait a minute, I'm sorry. We're going to start with $21,000 scholarships for the incoming freshman class, fall of 2020. And then we are going, as they are doing well and they're progressing through our program, we would like to renew that scholarship. We also are giving scholarships to high school teachers to start rising educator clubs. So we will give each of those high school teachers $1,000, $500 for them to spend however they want, $500 for their Rising Educators Club, because we want our teachers to start inspiring our high school juniors and seniors and have them think about a career in elementary, middle, or secondary education.
And the point was made, everything begins with a teacher.
That's right, everything begins with a teacher. So if you can read this, think a teacher.
I guess I know part of the donation too is for minority or
Yes.
education in that department. Talk about this center then and what that's going to do.
So when we talk about equity in education, we really are focusing on poverty, single-family homes or single-parent homes. Of course, we're going to be looking at culture, race, and all those kinds of things, but we want to look particularly at the issues that our small rural communities are facing and how can we tap into the children that are in those communities and make things better for them in their schools, and in their opportunities that they have for future profession in teaching.